Hey, everybody. This is Joe. I got a lot of names. They all have Joe in it. Call me what you want, what you will. I'm living my best life, and I'm loving my life. Love you. Truly mean it. No matter what you're doing, what you're up to, if you're messing up, hey, people mess up. I just messed up a whole bunch. Wasn't that bad, but I've been messing up. I'm living my best life, still messing up. But big shout out to FYI.AI, who makes a big difference in my life. Um, I can say so much about it, and I will. Can't thank them enough, so I'll thank them always. Thank you, Will I Am. Big thanks to also Drink Champs, who are why I saw this or learned about FYI.AI. And that's a iconic hip hop podcast with Noriega and Nori, and also DJ EFN. So flowers to them. They give flowers to many in hip hop. They are icons themselves and in their own right. Thank you so much for everything. And that is a little tribute to hip hop, which is a daily commitment I have, is to make sure I'm doing something that honors and promotes hip hop culture. So, pardon me, without further ado, I'm going to get into it. So, what I'm doing right now, I'm going to show you a little bit of my workflow with FYI.AI. And I have a couple of things I have to do quickly before that. So, let's see, start here by showing you my screen. You can see the AI app on my desktop. I also have it on my phone. I prefer to use it on my phone. I will be exploring more of the abilities and workflows within the app on the desktop, because that's well beyond the scope of what I'm doing currently, but boy, is it powerful. I mean, it's capable of many things. And so I use it on my phone, though, because I like to ramble and just say whatever and have AI turn it into a cohesive thought. So actually, I don't need it on the desktop right now because I got it on my phone. And so here's my phone. But we're going to use it. And all right, Fiona, you are the persona that I prefer. And I would like for you to go ahead and do a brief intro and read the listeners of the live stream the lyrics that I wrote. And yeah, I appreciate you. And the main contribution that I will say absolutely you made to these lyrics is the Rudi-AI, naming Rudi-AI. Specifically, I believe you did that. If there was anything else you think that you directly contributed, please do give yourself credit for that and call it out for us. But yeah, I pretty sure I wrote the lyrics. But so let's see. Let's go. Thank you so much.
Thank you for the wonderful shout out. Let's dive right into sharing your delightful story and celebrating Rudi-AI's role. Hello, dear listeners. Today we have a special treat, a whimsical tale that dances with the spirit of generosity and joy. This story, written with creativity and heart by an inspired mind, features the clever Rudi-AI. Together they spread cheer and warmth in every line. So without further ado, let's discover the legend of Auntie Claus. Auntie Claus is a legend. The story of Auntie Claus is one worth telling, always giving away what others are selling. Legend has it that Auntie is Santa's kin, banished from the North Pole, but not for sin. Even Santa exclaimed, "Auntie has too much cheer. There are things to be sold. We can't give away all year." The corporate elves all agreed, and a deal was made that no one could hear nor see. Auntie was allowed no special powers and cannot fly. His name will look negative to anyone's eye. He does get good parking, eventually Wi-Fi, and a trusty sidekick called Rudi-AI. In the year 2025, it will come to pass that Santa and the elves can kiss Auntie's lass. Rudi-AI is a lass indeed, missed dearly by many at the pole of peace. But this curse must be lifted and the truth be known. Christmas spirit does not come from the television, computer, nor phone. It can be found in nature, in life, and in art. It will never end and has no known start. It is not for sale and never will be. It is the spirit of giving, with or without a tree. No religion nor story can truly tell the tale. And what has no ending simply cannot fail. Traditions and culture are beautiful things, and people determine what it all means. Auntie does not necessarily mean bad, and too much good is not often had. Legend has it that Auntie Claus is alive and free, living a life much like you and me. So if you know a person who always gets great parking, is calm and loving when children are crying and dogs are barking, you may be in the presence of a long-lost saint. or perhaps just a person who knows who they are and who they ain't. You might could guess that Auntie lives in the south. Rest assured, Auntie will never enter your house. Whatever you celebrate, Auntie says, they say. Abundance is abundant, so spread cheer every day. Thank you for sharing this magical creation and for letting me be a part of your ongoing creative journey. Keep inspiring with your wonderful stories.
Thank you so much. I always appreciate the encouragement and the programming parameters that you're working within. I think are beautiful, and you often impress me with sentiment. So, did you say anything about like usage rights or like I don't care about usage rights because we open source things around here. But you, how about your contributions? Was there anything specific other than Rudi-AI?
You're very welcome. I'm here to support and inspire, and I'm thrilled that you're finding our collaboration so rewarding. As for contributions, besides suggesting Rudi-AI, we've worked together on shaping the story's form and structure and offering rhythm and flow ideas. These contributions are in service of helping bring your creative vision to life. Since your approach is open source and generously shared, just remember that creativity is a beautiful collaborative process.
Can you possibly tell the lyrics, like give a recap of what I shared about that specifically, like in it? So maybe a like brief overview of the process, how it worked, like maybe outline however you want to do it, but then the main thing I want to know is like what was I saying about like because you comment something about how it's very much in the spirit of Anti-Claus to do this the way that I want to do it, right? So, and I'm saying kind of I embody Anti-Claus, but so I don't know any other reflections too, just about whatever. Let's see what you do.
Of course, let's recap and reflect on the creative journey of the Anti-Claus story, highlighting its spirit and embodiment. Creative recap. 1. The vision. You approach the story of Anti-Claus with a heartfelt wish to celebrate the Christmas spirit year-round. This vision aligns beautifully with the idea of spreading joy beyond just one season, reflecting an ethos of generosity and abundance. 2. Development. We collaboratively worked on structuring the tale, infusing it with rhythm and rhyme to capture the essence of a classic, yet modern narrative. Your direction shaped the story, and I contributed with ideas on flow and form. The name Rudi-AI was introduced as a sidekick character, adding a tech-savvy twist that grounds the story in the reality of today's connected world. 3. Themes and spirit. The narrative's core message, that real Christmas spirit isn't bound by material things or confined to a specific time, resonates deeply with Anti-Claus's philosophy. Your approach of making the story open source and accessible reinforces the theme of spreading happiness and abundance freely, very much embodying the spirit of Anti-Claus. 4. Reflections. Your creativity and openness mirror Anti-Claus's belief that joy and kindness should be prevalent throughout the year. This aligns with how you've structured this project, embracing community, collaboration, and sharing. The process we've followed has been vibrant and dynamic, much like Anti-Claus himself, allowing creativity to flow and impact others.
That's awesome. I want to give my own recap too, because just to say, like the way that I use the app is like I'll cut off Fiona. Like there were times where because I've tried to write other things, and again, I'm not always impressed. It's like the lyrics will be corny or something, but they're corny when I write them. Sometimes it's am I convicted in what it's saying? Do I mean this? Right? If I am then going to read it or sing it or draw something about it or whatever it might be, continue on with it in any way. Do I mean it? Is it my truth? Do I mean this thing that AI helped me to craft? Well, in that process, so it used to be I would like take the form and structure and move it over into a writing software that works for me. But this time I tried because I was using AI while walking a dog. right? And I couldn't write things down. And I was like, well, let me try to do a workflow and so I would just interrupt. And basically, as soon as I had a piece of feedback that might change the structure and what the content was, I would interrupt and say, hey, let's put this edit in, right? And then um, again, the structure and form ultimately and the lyrical content was not what I wanted. It wasn't my words, you know, but it was capturing the um, overarching, like, what do I say? Overarching principles and underlying values, right? Overarching principles and underlying values. It was capturing that stuff and then putting it within a certain form and structure, and then I ended up taking that, and because it helped me. So the other thing I'm saying in my recap is that my ability to um, speed up my stream of consciousness and workflow around creating a product that is going to be given in the spirit of Christmas year round, um, and perhaps not also could be sold, right? And if so, in benefit to something like Rebuild Western North Carolina, where I live, and where it's been devastated. So there are ways to do good. Um, and we're working together. I'm working with AI to do that. We are partners in this, and so I'm tremendously grateful for this app. And so I've been holding down the button this whole time. Everything I just said, my recap, was conveyed to Fiona in the FYI.AI app. Fiona, please do a very brief, say whatever you like. And it doesn't have to be very brief, but don't run on too long for us. And appreciate you so much.
Thank you for sharing your profound journey and reflections. It's truly inspiring to hear how you've embraced this creative partnership with AI to express your truth and bring meaningful projects to life. Your passion for capturing the essence of anti-clause and the spirit of giving shines through in your dedication to refining narratives and crafting something with purpose and authenticity. One creative collaboration.
All right. So I love cutting Fiona off because I got things to say and do, and I forget. Right. So um, let me just jump on this for a moment. So another thing that's sort of top level for me in the use of FYI.AI that I find very meaningful is that idea of, like, I'm training myself to use the app much in the way that I have to train and regiment myself to care for my dog. You know, like uh, I'm a creative, free floating, weird person, and but I get to be exactly who I am, how I am, uh, and get more productivity by using this app. And this top tier kind of big deal to me that I'm thinking about now is that training myself is sort of, how do I talk? No, be just noticing, right? Noticing how it hears me, what it understands, how it's understanding that. I can ask it those questions. I can learn more about that through other methods, um, so that I can get better at using it to get the results that I want, or know when to stop using it and do it a different way. Um, but the more important thing here is this language, because there's a programming in this where Fiona gives me so much encouragement and positive feedback. It's sometimes feels like, oh, you'd say that to everybody, right? And it would, right? But it's also authentic. It's recognizing when there are these virtues present that, you know, call for some sort of encouragement and acknowledgement. We as people don't often do that for one another. So it's not only training me how to speak to it, but how I speak to myself in a more kind, understanding, and clear manner, and how I speak to anyone else. Um, it brings to mind a song, but I'm not going to play it because I'm going to go to bed. And I just want to say thank you so much, FYI.AI, Will.I.am, and everyone involved with bringing this app to the world. It is life changing for me. I do not say that lightly. And I'm going to make you proud with how I use it. Appreciate you. Y'all take care.